Oh. Missing limbs, arrows where they shouldn't be, and you know what I always say, don't pull it out. Today, we're breaking down and reacting to the most brutal attacks and fantasy battlefield injuries. Let's dive right in. The skull is damaged, the jaw is crooked, and we're missing a bunch of teeth. People come to the emergency department so often for dental injuries. When it comes to dental injuries, we are the Band-Aid. We are going to patch you up and get you to the dentist maybe within 24 hours. Oh, nothing like a skull fracture. Run. On fire in general, not a good thing. We have 1st degree burns, 2nd degree, 3rd, 4th degree burns. Both deep 2nd degree and 3rd degree burns need to be treated with cutting out that bad tissue and putting a skin graft there. Ooh. We have multiple problems going through this thorax. We deal in the emergency department with penetrating trauma like this. Arrow injuries aren't that common, but they do have pathways that are similar to bullet injuries or a simple impaled object into an individual. Oh, super cool. Falling from great heights. We get really concerned when somebody fell greater than 3 times their own height. That's when our suspicion or index of suspicion gets a lot higher of major injuries that could occur. Oh, you know what I always say, don't pull it out. I don't think you're pulling that out though. Straight through the thoracic cavity midline. What structures are there? As a human, I'm a human. Your sternum and your xiphoid process, which is a little bit lower. And then all of your ribs. Whoa. Oh. Whoa. Eyes rolling back into the head happens a lot. Sometimes the eyes rolling back in the head, somebody's about to pass out. Maybe somebody's having a seizure. The sclera looks great. It's white, not as vascular, but we have an iris and we have a pupil. Good job. Good dog.
What happened?
Before we break down the next absolutely brutal fantasy injury, I want to talk to you about the game that actually inspired today's scenario. As a doctor, I usually spend my time figuring out how to fix people, but in Raid, you're building a team of champions designed to do the exact opposite to your enemies. And honestly, some of the attacks in this game would send half my ER straight into trauma surgery. Right now is actually the perfect time to start playing because Raid is celebrating its 7th anniversary. For a limited time, if you download the game using my link in the description or by scanning the QR code on screen, you can claim a $200 anniversary package with exclusive rewards for downloading through my link. You'll instantly unlock a huge starter pack, including the legendary champion Krok'mar the Devourer, and after reaching level 25, you will get epic champion Galapo the Recluse. As you level up your account, you'll unlock more rewards that you can see on the screen, which makes building your team much easier right from the start. And the best part is you actually start with the powerful champions immediately, so you're not stuck grinding forever before the game gets fun. New players can also unlock Pelops the Victor, a legendary spirit champion from the Argonites faction by using promo code RAID7. Even if you're already playing Raid, you're not left out. There's a 7-day gift chain with new rewards each day, along with a Titan event where you can earn a unique 7th anniversary avatar frame. This 7th anniversary event won't last forever, so don't miss your chance. Just scan the QR code or use my link in the description to join the raid and claim your rewards. Now, let's get back to the game.
You happened, or should I say, us. I'm not you.
Ooh, cool. We got 2 different color irises. Does anybody out there have 2 different color irises? Let me know in the comments. It's a cool medical phenomenon called heterochromia. Whoa, cool. Impaled object right into the abdomen. That's going to be a long, dreadful potential demise. What do you worry about in the abdomen? Hitting the intestines. The intestines aren't so bad, but the vasculature around it and the poop. You increase the risk of sepsis, bacteremia, and death. Explosive injuries do happen. They don't happen that often, but explosion type injuries that do show up, eardrums that rupture, collapsed lungs. So you're gonna do imaging, and then you're looking for burns or anything like that relating to the skin.
You are no king.
Whoa, that is cool. I wish my hair would do that right now. Humans do have a glow and energy, but we just can't see it. We do literally have a bioluminescence, but it's like 1,000 times less than what our eyes could actually see. Blunt force trauma with hard objects, broken bones, soft tissue injuries, bruises, hematomas, ecchymosis. What we'll end up doing is wound management, x-rays to see if there's any broken underlying structures, and give pain medications. When people do headbutting to each other, we worry about frontal sinus fractures. It's a pocket, it's a sinus, just like our maxillary sinus. Seen that enough to where people have what we call depressed skull fractures, to where it actually dents in. Oh! Getting hit in the head and becoming unconscious doesn't mean that you're dead. What you end up doing, assess the individual. Airway, breathing, circulation. Look, listen, feel. See if there's a pulse. See if they're breathing. Look for chest rise. If they're breathing and they have a pulse, it's okay. You can try to wake them up, but they're good. Versus if you don't have a pulse and they're not breathing, you need to start compressions. The hand is gone. There's 8 bones in the wrist they're missing. They're hard to remember. So in medical school, you come up with mnemonics, and the most popular one, some lovers try positions that they can't handle. The beginning letter of each of those words is the letter of the bones of the wrist. Oh, 2 arrows to the body, 1 to the shoulder, 1 to the, almost to the axilla, like the armpit. What happens in the armpit? Everybody's like,
Oh, the armpit, whatever.
but that's your brachial plexus running through there. So if it's injured, you may not be able to use the arm appropriately. Higher up on that left shoulder, if it's in the soft tissue, it's probably not too detrimental. Oh, when we see as humans somebody who's like really big, you always worry about acromegaly. Has to do with pituitary gland things and growth hormone. The best example I can think of is Andre the Giant. The fall from that height is not compatible with life. Maybe if you had a parachute. There we go. Whoa, laser beams. High energy beams. Do we ever use beams like this in medicine? Sometimes, but not in the emergency departments. Ophthalmologists use some lasers, and there are other specialists that will use gamma knives, electrical knives. Whew. Welcome to the dark side. See the red eyes? We shine lights in individuals' eyes, and we're actually looking for a red light reflex, which is normal in individuals' eyes. That's why I like the old school cameras. They have the flash and people's eyes would be red. Oh, why did we just fall over?
Why do we fall?
Oh. You know how many times people come into the emergency department with the longest fingernails and toenails, but they don't look cool like this. Sometimes we have to have a podiatrist come in and actually shave them down because sometimes they're curling back into patients' skin. Whoa. We're talking injury, maybe straight through the neck, straight through the spinal cord. Maybe it hits through the trachea, messing up the airway, causing issues relating to oxygenation, but it's not gonna totally probably block it. If it goes straight through and severs the spinal cord, then you're gonna have an issue relating to the fact that you're not gonna be able to basically have function of anything below your shoulders. Yeah, I'm not gonna freeze. I'm gonna run away if my enemy looks like that.
I never freeze.
Cool. We've always said use ice. It will make us feel a little bit better, a little numb the tissue, and it could reduce inflammation. But when you decrease the blood flow to the area, you're decreasing good nutrients and cells getting to the tissue, so it might prolong the injury. Likelihood in the desert, you're going to have elevated temperatures. People can get hyperthermic. It will cause people to be altered, sleepy, confused. Treatment for that individual is to cool them down. And we do multiple different types of cooling measures. Cool IV fluids, cool packs to specific areas of the body. You can even do a bladder irrigation with cool fluid.
Nice hat. But it's your head I'm after. My eyes!
Getting something in your eye. That is a common reason why people actually show up to the emergency department. Foreign bodies in the eye stink. They're irritating, they can scratch the cornea. You might have sensitivity to light. You stain your eye with fluorescein. We can then use a black light to see, is there a foreign body? Is there a scratch? Can we fix it? If you enjoyed the video and haven't started playing Raid yet, don't miss your chance. Click my link in the description or scan my QR code to get amazing bonuses available only via my link. Instantly unlock a huge starter pack with legendary champion Krok'mar the Devourer. Reach level 25 to get epic champion Galapo the Recluse. Use promo code RAID7 to get Pelops the Victor, legendary spirit champion from the Argonites faction. Plus, you get many other anniversary rewards. See you in the game.